Hey guys, Bwala, constitutional lawyer, served as a spokesman to Atiku Abubakar in the 2023 election campaign and before then had dispensed legal expertise to the Senate Committee on Constitution Review. In this interview monitored on Arise News Television, he brings his perspective on the unfolding constitutional questions arising from the conflicting judgments of the Court of Appeal in certain jurisdictions across the country. He particularly brings to bear the intriguing questions of how the Supreme Court will approach the settled law on pre-election matters that were reopened by the Court of Appeal in Plateau State. In 2023 election, we have had the worst of the judgment of court. We have not heard so much of conflicting decisions by one tie of government because if you look at the election tribunals this year, you will notice that there were inconsistencies in one or two tribunal cases at the trial level, and at the Supreme Court, probably one or two complaints, but at the Court of Appeals is where almost all the case conflicting judgments have been experienced. For the records, the Court of Appeal is one court, so even if it were in Maiduguri or at the Court of Appeal, it can be relied upon by the Court of Appeal in Lagos because it is the same court. The court is one and the court should be appraised of the various judgments it delivered and be consistent in its judgments, especially when the judgments are founded in the principles of law. Facts can differ, but the principles of law is constant. And whenever you turn, when the principle fails on a direction, the judgment has to be consistent and construct. But we have now seen conflicting decisions of the Court of Appeal, especially where they affect the People's Democratic Party, PDP. There was the judgment of the Court of Appeal in Plateau State that removed the governor, and the appellate court dived into the merits of a pre-election matter, and they said that it also qualified as a main election matter and delivered a judgment. The same Court of Appeal in Ebonyi State, the same pre-election was canvassed. The Court of Appeal in Ebonyi State said that it is a pre-election matter and we cannot dive into pre-election. In Benue State, pre-election matter was raised in terms of forgery. The court in Benue State said it is a pre-election matter and we are guided by the judgment of the Supreme Court. In all these places where judgment was delivered, either in substance of pre-election matter in tribunal or in the rejection of the pre-election matter in the tribunal, who has been the beneficiary. The supremacy of the judgment of the Supreme Court on pre-election matters. This is where the concern comes. Section 287 of the Constitution of Nigeria makes it clear the position of shared diocese and the judiciary precedents that the judgment of the Supreme Court is binding throughout Nigeria on all authorities and all courts that are subordinate to it. In this 2023 election, the Supreme Court of Nigeria settled the issue of pre-election matter in the case brought by APM, in the case brought by APC, and in the case brought by Labour Party, where pre-election matters were canvassed and they were joined together with fundamental provisions of the Constitution to suggest that this is so germane that you cannot close your eyes from it. And the Supreme Court made pronouncements. In fact, with anger that anybody who is not a member of a political party, and even if you are a member of a political party, and where the issue borders on pre-election, it cannot be brought. And that party is a busybody. People say in 2019 that in Yaradua's case, the Supreme Court sacked APC, and that why is PDP crying? They failed to realize that in 2019, apart from the fact that it was a decision decided on the old order on both the amendments to the Constitution and the Electoral Act, it was a case brought by a member of the All Progressive Congress, APC. It was an intra-party matter. In this case, the Supreme Court said you are a busybody to try to question even where the legality of what you are challenging is genuine if you are not a member of the party. You will see that there is no disobedience as a ground for annulment of election, even in Plateau, where they say that there was no void Congress, that they did not even have a structure that will warrant for them to sponsor a candidate. What is the structure of a party as recognized by law? The National Working Committee, the NWC, is the soul and the spirit of a political party. When you sue a party, you are suing the National Working Committee, even if there is no any structure at all in a state. It cannot give rise to the decision of a court that there is no conduct of Congress. Even the order they claim was violated. The order was obeyed. In election tribunal, if the time passes you, even the Supreme Court said they cannot exercise jurisdiction. So the character of a pre-election matter, no matter the gamut in which it arises, can never be entertained by an election tribunal or an appellate court. Nigerians, what's your take on this? Let's hear from you. Nigeria is boiling. These people, they are setting this country ablaze gradually. Before they will notice it, it will blast. Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Please, do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you.